Alrighty.
Yeah,
How you doing?
pretty good. Little
Yeah.
back and forth, but
Yeah.
I was taking your advice, trying to get out, be more sociable.
Yeah.
And well, the funny thing there is that once I do, once I did that, social anxiety is imaginary. Like there's nothing, there's no problem. Like there was no social anxiety at all.
What was that?
I was just enjoying talking to people, just checking out at a store, just little chit chat and listening to them, and it was all just fine. There was no problem. After a while, I start to feel it build up. The thinking, I guess I'm paying more attention to it, and it can be difficult again. But like that whole day, I just, wherever I went, I guess it was after I got home that I was talking to a friend that stopped by, and I was realizing there was some anxiety there.
Hmm.
But but anyway, I mean, for the day, it had been completely okay. I mean, and that's what it often seems. It's like advice has always been, you just got to get out and get yourself out there. But but there's a kind of internal when I when I feel all right, I know I can do that and there's no
Hmm.
problem. When I don't feel all right, then then it takes effort, and it doesn't always help to push myself into a situation that logically there shouldn't be a problem, but if I have that anxiety working already, then yeah, that's yeah, that makes it difficult.
Difficult. Yeah. Okay.
I had the thought, I mean, I'd had it before, but this morning it really kind of kicked in that well, that buildup of nervous energy, of thoughts, again, they're in a way they're imaginary. All this going on in my head is imaginary. And I was just uh, sitting on the couch earlier thinking, well, this is all imaginary. All the thoughts are just imaginary. They're just
100%.
it's imagining that I'm saying things to myself, basically.
Yep.
And I don't know, that did bring some perspective, I guess, to
Yeah. If, I mean, in the absence of mind, what possible problem could you have?
that none. That's where they all come from. That's where they all are, where they all stay.
Yeah. And then you look at mind, you look at thoughts, and it's just a language. It's just words, just symbols,
Yeah.
you know, different meanings given to different words, different meanings given to different sentences. Like
Mhm.
if you really, really, really look at it, you know, a thought can't actually experience anything.
Yeah.
Just makes up stories. And
Yeah.
what does it make up stories about? Other thoughts.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of it.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's the full extent of it.
Yeah.
It is all image in, imagination. All of it.
It's that chain of thoughts, that one thought leads into another, and that keeps
Yeah.
going, basically.
Yeah, but you just pull one random thought out of that chain and just
Yeah.
analyze it.
Yeah.
Just one. Just pull it out of that loop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pull it out and look at it. What the hell's going on with that thought?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, what makes that thought real?
And if we take it out of context with the story, it's nonsense.
Yeah,
Just
but then again, what would it be? What would it be that would be taking it out of context anyway? Other than just another thought.
yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously. Yeah. At some point, you've got to burst this bubble. At some point, you've got to get out. Get out. Step out. Or it's not even that you're stepping out. It's realizing that you're not in there.
Well, it's that I thought again, that I'm doing it, but that's a thought.
It's incredible, but like the mind sets up this whole narrative. It creates a seeming you. And then it goes forth and it'll create a seeming me here. That mind there will start creating someone here.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
If you didn't think you could get something out of this here, you wouldn't be turning up. So your mind has already created this idea about this here.
Right.
Do you understand?
Right. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so.
And it's already created an idea about self, your apparent personal self.
In that, you mean that the mind is making up its version, its image of you, not that I'm making you up.
It's creating a story about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And look at your mind. Yeah. Your mind creates stories about everybody. If you look at it,
Yeah.
if you look at it, you create stories about it. And then you'll have other minds walking around in your vicinity or even possibly even standing right next to you that'll be creating different stories about the same thing.
Yeah.
That you're creating a story, and their mind will be creating a different story about it.
Everybody in their own world, kind of thing.
Correct. And that's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. I do see that. I understand it, anyways.
It's good. Well, that's important. Yeah. But now what you need to see is this that's been governing you your whole life. Not only does it create a seeming personal self, it creates a seeming other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you might say, oh, I feel anxious when I'm in the company of blah. Well, your mind created that.
Right.
All of
Yeah.
it. All of
Yeah.
it. You created the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not let me preface here.
Yeah.
That's not 100% true. Sometimes you can be attracted to certain energies and not attracted to other energies, and it'll have nothing to do with the mind.
Right. Right.
Okay. But generally speaking, your idea of who you think that person is and blah, 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 and blah, and a bit more blahing and more blah, blah, blah. This thing here is creating an idea of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this takes the idea of them to be them.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of them is not them.
Yeah. So therefore a blindness to the actual them.
Yeah. And now the exact same thing applies to self.
Yeah. Yeah.
The exact same thing applies to self. What this is saying in terms of who you are or where you are, or what you are, and blah, 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 is all false. It's all false.
Yeah. See, I thought I'd looked into the personal self and pretty much seen through it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, I come back to the well, me, the I know me and the that it's the
It's
you know
okay. It's okay.
symbols, but
Yeah. It's okay.
I am, there's something real. And I know it's not the ideas in the head.
Right.
To
If it's not the ideas in the head, this that you actually are. Now listen, if it's not the ideas in the head, this that you actually are must by definition be silent.
Yeah,
Ponder that just for a second.
right.
Ponder that for a second. Seriously.
Not found in thoughts.
Therefore, if it's not, it must be silent. This that you are needs no narration, needs no story. Because the mind is noisy. Yeah. Right.
Blah 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 blah.
Right. You get told you're not that. What would the opposite of that be?
Yeah, yeah. Quiet, peace.
Still, there'd be no separation. No here, there, me, you, this, that. Because it's only this that's crapping on about the me, you, here, there, this, that, isn't it? Just this. Yeah. So yes, here I am, period. Nothing else. Indeed. Does it need anything else? This I am. What the hell does it need? In that stillness, in that silence, in that non-narrating, yeah, what does this I am need?
It's whole and complete.
And what is it that says otherwise?
Yes, just this.
That's all.
Yeah.
It can't know whole and complete because this is dual.
And that's why it goes on about itself. The
Correct.
problems it creates.
Correct. Yeah. What needs to be recognized is this presence, this beingness, this here-ness, this now-ness, here. Just this has never been Jim. It's only this that's overlaid on top of this presence, this beingness, this here-ness and now, and started calling this Jim. Just the mind. And you're not in there and you're not that.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah. I mean, this is 24/7. That's, you know, I guess like meditation becomes a constant thing, kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
I spent like yesterday most of the day in that effortless being, if you call it that, presence, with brief little coming out, uh, you know, uh, issues. Then there was a big, like, well, what I'd call like a storm that kind of brought me out of it. Well, put me into the head, put it that way. And, as soon as that happens, okay, that it did happen, and it just suddenly went like really dark. But I was able to pull myself out of it within like a minute or so. And kept on going and kind of watching, and it was more or less smooth. And yeah, then I guess this morning start all over again at back in the mind and back and forth every day.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I am spending more time in presence.
Yeah. All you do, each moment, you just start again, brand new and fresh, as though it's for the first time. Don't let the mind get caught up in, oh God, I fell back in again. Okay, now how many more times do I have to keep pulling myself back to this present moment and letting go of this? And that's all that crap now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just coming back to here. Just keep coming back to here. Yeah. Like when I say here, of course, I'm not referring to the Jim character. Yeah. But, if there's a subtle thought there, that the Jim character is this presence, is this feeling of being, is this feeling of being aware, then you need to track that down. You've got to track it down. Yeah? Okay. Let's just for argument's sake say that there is a subtle thought there. Yeah? Still identified with this presence and this beingness and so and calling it Jim. Yeah?
Right.
You've literally must go looking for that Jim character in the body. Where? Because if the mind is claiming ownership of this presence, this presence can't be experienced without the body. Do you understand? Yeah. And ordinarily, we believe that the me either is the body or is in the body.
Right.
Okay. So that's got to be explored. If this Jim character is here, where is this Jim character? Where? Where? Where's the agent? Jim. Where's the apparent doer? Jim. Where? Location. Where?
Oh, I mean, it's the mind.
Yeah, sure it is. But if there's a subtle thought there, if there's a subtle thought there that still hasn't yet been recognized, yeah, then you will feel like it's Jim having a feeling.
Yeah, right.
Do you
Right.
understand?
Are like are you saying like if there's anxiety kind of felt as a physical feeling rather than thinking that I'm feeling that?
If there's anxiety, right, and there's an attachment, it's Jim feeling the anxiety.
Right.
Then that's the subtle thought that I am this presence, that Jim is this presence, Jim is this beingness, because Jim would have to be this presence or this beingness to experience the anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. And the anxiety is experienced in the body, true?
Yes.
Good. Where's Jim in relation to that? That's apparently having the experience of the anxiety. Look to the body. This teaching, Jim, is about I'm not the body, I'm not the mind.
Yeah.